been freezing all week. Luckily, my truck is at the winch shop getting that winch rebuilt, so I got asked to do a rig move on Tuesday or something. I was just like, no. He's like, do you want to? I'm like, no, I don't. 100% don't. It's minus 40 outside. Nothing goes well at minus 40. And the last thing I want to do is be stuck in somebody else's truck at minus 40. Which is what's today. It's minus 29. I'm stuck in another truck. Well, we're just going to go to Edmonton. I don't even know why I'm making a video. I guess it's because I get to take the bed truck. Not that I want to. I'm like, we're going into the city. We're over height. We have to take 2A. I don't know. We got a bed truck trailer for this trailer. The skid mark brown truck. Nobody's measured it. I'm sure I won't be able to find a tape measure, so it'll be a 2-way excursion regardless. It looks like the trailer's pretty low, but I think it's just a Doppler. It's a tandem neck, and it's got the extended scissor section there, so it rides low behind, you know, your bed truck. I know that total, we have a old total one as well, which rides flat, which would probably be good enough to make under 5.1, which is what you got to be to get down Highway 2 from Edmonton to Red Deer. You only have to be under 5.2 to get from Red Deer to Calgary, which is bullshit. I'm like, why don't you put, there's actually a 5 meter if you're going into Leduc. On 2, it's a 5 meter, but that's easy to bypass. You just turn off on 2A right away and do a U-ey and you come right back. So that one's easy. But and I'm pretty sure coming the other way it's 5.1, but then you're like, well, I gotta go by the scale. So you just take 2A, mill it, come back out, or Glen Park is usually what everybody does anyway, just to make sure, you know. Usually you're pretty close to it. You don't want to be that close. So, you know, everybody's like, oh, what if you hit a bump? I'm like, what if I told you that every overpass is higher than it's actually labeled as? Well, lots of people squeeze under all sorts of stuff. From down in the truck, it looks like it's gonna hit. But if you were actually up, put a camera up there, you'd be like, oh, there's tons of room up here. There's inches. But anyways, that's what we're up to. Construction company, I wonder if they maybe pulled it down. We're going to Sherway's yard in Edmonton, or one of them. I think it's a fabrication yard, because I'm like, I don't remember this yard. I'm pretty sure it's the same yard. Like when I worked at Sherway, when I was like, I don't even know how old I was. I was probably 21. The yard didn't look familiar to me. Or it got downsized to a smaller yard, or split up and sold some of it, because obviously they got a lot of stuff. But I think the majority of their, maybe they have a new yard. Or like the amount of stuff they have to have some space somewhere. You're in both lanes? Excuse me. Yeesh. Shit's moist, you know? Even got the trailer inside for me. Hopefully the door's open. This is way nicer than regular trailer. You can just walk right under there. So it's got the longer neck, which I'd like to try it behind my truck. But it does look like it rides a lot too high. Like, dude, that could be down a lot more. Good thing there's rags. Let's get them lights clean. That's a lot of rag. Personally, I'd rather have the trailer outside, because now it's gonna be all nice and hot and moist. We'll give her a blast of alcohol. This the last thing I need is to make this day longer than it needs to be, and it looks like, hey, we got a bed trailer, but guess what? It's got no wide load lights. Nice. Oh, yeah, the brush is way nicer for this. I'm pointing the camera like it's a flashlight. Let's see, Jack. That's the one I don't check. Yeah. Let's see how well they've been taking care of this trailer. They changed the seat out. There's the seat that was mid-back legacy, which was probably good if you're a short fella. But 2 out of 3 guys are not short fellas, especially me, but I'm like, somebody else can run it. I could care less. Honestly, I'm like, I got a T-bed for a reason. Even though this is air ride, this will be the first time I drove an air ride bed truck. Flashlight. Well, that one's full. Nice. That one's full. Yep. Oh, I can't. Yeah, that one's full too. They look like they're filthy. That one's full. That one's full. I'm gonna go with they're all full. Yeah, that one's full too. Alright. Full. You gotta be on it because you roll through the scales. Not that I am, but they'll be like, oh, that guy's hubs are doesn't look like he's looked at them today. That means he didn't do a very good pre-trip. Wonder what else he didn't check. I used to be able to just, in the summertime, I could just reach mine. Whoa, where is it? I can't see it. Low on washer fluid. Wow. On the newer ISX, like my road train one, just reach the oil dipstick, which would be the same for this one too if the side cover was off, but obviously that's summer application. Oh, it's yellow. Too bad it wasn't a C16. Check that coolant. This only has like 200,000 kilometers on it. 250, 260, somewhere in there. Ooh, that's a dent. It's got a story or two to probably tell. It's in pretty good shape. FUL with another L behind that. Oh. That is not regulation size. D sign. Winter front is on. Yes, the hood looks awesome. It's a huge pain in the ass. Until you've had one. So this is a narrow hood. So this is before like my style came out with the wider rad. Comes down from the cab. And I've even seen other ones that are even, they look like they're even more steep than this, but they have quite the cowl. And you see how the wipers come out. It's almost like it's not designed properly. But it is a C5. It's just an older one. This is probably right before emissions because it's got the new style dash. Let's fire this bitch up. No smoke at all. It's young. Someone's been on the rampage about ATF and air brake antifreeze. Tell me what your thoughts on it. Kind of skeptical. Never used any kind of lubricant. So, you know, is it safe for the rubber seals? Will it make them swell? I get the point behind it, but I've never used it up to here, so I'm not going to start now. Boost leak somewhere on the driver's side. Hear that? That sound there, it's more prominent when you're getting on it. And, you know, I had to stop and get fuel because someone left just a quarter tank left in his truck. Thank you. It's top speed if you were to like treat it nicely as you should treat a cat. 95 kilometers an hour. At least it'll be a smooth 95 kilometers an hour. We got blowing wind and snow. It's not snowing, but it's blowing the snow across the road, so most likely there'll be some sort of an accident somewhere. So yeah, it's like, who buys a truck that only does 95? Like to the floor, it'll do just under 100. But you're revving it. I'm revving it out now at 95. That's almost 1,800 RPM there. It's too much for Kitty. Kitty doesn't like that. It's alright, but it's not great. Long term. Really gonna be late. It's like an hour and 20 minutes. And I gave myself, now after getting fuel, time is it? Look on my phone. Oh yeah, 7:30, supposed to be there at 8. Just pulled out on 2 from Blackball. So yeah, be an hour and 15 minutes late. Sweet. Yeah, it was caught a little bit on the wood. She hasn't been stuffed on too many times. You gotta wear that wood out. I'd be doing that. Fuck, this is cold. Whew. This style of fifth wheel for a bed truck is kind of garbage because you got to close the jaws to flip it. I know we can shorten it so you don't have to, but nobody's done that yet. Whoa, almost made it. This is how it gets away about not having any bolts. Yeah, and the fifth wheel blocks them, so you have no option but to use a wrench, which is super gay. I always had a T-bar with a socket on it, and it had a knob on it, so I could just, and then you could use it to just smash the jaws. But that was the other style wheel, that was, which is what should be on here. It's time to warm up. The one good thing is I'm getting flushed out. God damn that wind, I tell ya. It's on there though, gotta chain it down. Don't want any frozen brakes. That was the good part about sending my GoPro. I sent it yesterday before we went out for Christmas lunch for work. Boss treated us all to lunch, which is super nice of the guy. I packaged it up, that GoPro 11, and I sent it back. Getting a replacement, but I was allowed to keep the battery, so I don't know if the new one, if they'll send me a complete new one, that'd be cool, because then I'd have the 2 winter batteries, which is what's in this right now. Well, that was just as fun as I always remembered it. Where's the beacons, Ray? Oh man. One of these? Oh, I don't have a convex, so I can't even see. Spare over here too. Oh, maybe this one that says beacons. Displayed the beacons. This thing must have came without a Jake brake. Which, ultra rare how anybody would get a C5, let alone a big truck without a Jake brake. Super strange. I was gonna try to, I didn't bring my mount for my hat, so I'm really screwed here. Oh, there's always the 360 though. Dude, it's like you're riding shotgun. I put you right in the paper towel roll. You fit perfect. I also now remember that this tank was pretty high. And we can't go that way because you have to go under White Mud before you can get onto the ring road, and it's 5.2, and I remember this being high because I remember when I went home I was like, oh, tell whoever goes to pick this up that they have to go a different way. So hopefully I can go that way. I'm about to find out. I tried to measure it, but it's a 1/2-inch tape measure and it's blowing wind outside. Check all this stuff. Oh man, it's got fucking disco lights. You gotta see this. This is fucking rare, man.
Mint.
Pretty fast because nobody likes them. I'm like, honestly, if I didn't have to change the bulbs all the time, I would be fine with them because they're not so intrusive. Fuck. Oh yeah, wind flow. That's cold. We'll time lapse it just in case. Now this thing is super low geared. So I made a comment, I was like, no auxiliary. He's like, dude, you'd be lucky if it does 100 kilometers an hour. Except for I forgot because I had to use it. And I was like, oh man, this thing is slow. That's 1500 RPM, we're doing 5 kilometers an hour in high reverse. Hold on. You know what I mean. Makes some questionable noises from time to time. That's a good noise. I'm gonna push this mirror out. Hard to stare at the trailer. Slam the door, the window's open. Bye. I didn't even talk to anybody, just rolled in here, stole this tank, different truck. It says Cypress on the side, that's probably good enough, right? Turns this time. Last time I came here, it turned too early. And I got it was all dead ends, no place to turn around, and it had like super low power lines. So I couldn't even continue on a stupid road. Sorry, your window's all dirty. That's cold. I want the sound effects though, so I give you guys the full privilege of riding in. Skid marks here. Oh, the brakes feel a little soft. These freaking these lights. I'm barely gonna clear this light. Fuck's sakes. Stupid lights. stuff that comes out of Sherway. I don't understand why all this shit's so low. I wasn't paying attention.
pretty miserable out. Right as soon as you turn at lockout, it's just whoosh. Where are you going to get your boat? Just, yeah, this kind of sucks. But it's even worse in Red Deer than it was in Edmonton. It's about this parachute, my dogs, my spotter, my mirror that keeps turning in. That's all I'm looking at. This is exactly what I'm looking at in the mirror. The trailer, front of the tank. Over there, we got the convexes pointed right at the truck pretty much. You can see a little bit out that mirror. That one's not too bad. We put those Dumbo ears out there. They catch the wind. They just blow around. Right. Just went by Lacombe here, Highway 12, so won't be too long. We'll be in town here, and we'll do it all in reverse order, except for we don't have to stand it up, hopefully. I'm pretty sure we don't. CSI is in Edgar. That's where we're taking this. And I remember this now because I brought this tank. It was out Hardesty. I don't know if I made video of that or not, but kind of weird. We went all the way out to Hardesty, got this tank, 5 planks, brought it all the way into Edmonton, set it up there for those guys. Then we're gonna take it to CSI, dump it off there, clean it, and then maybe we'll take it back to Hardesty. I don't know if it's Precision's or if it's just some of Precision's that they got rid of. It's a little bit of a strange one because it's got an opening where the valves and stuff are enclosed. So yeah, I don't know. Didn't look like Precision Rentals yard to me, and I'm pretty sure Precision has enough tanks in their yard that they could have got one from there, but whatever. We cannot take this to our shop without taking a huge detour out east and coming back around in from Joffrey because it's over 5-2, so we can't get in on 2A. No, I guess I could come back this way, get off on 12, take the gravel road to 2A, go through Blackfalds, traffic circle to our shop. That would work too. Huge pain in the ass, so hopefully the day we gotta take it back, we're just gonna go pick it up. If it's going back, I don't even know what it's doing, so. Well, stay tuned, we're almost there, another, 10, 12 minutes. He's like, oh, we'll come out and unload you. I'm like, alright. I'm like, how good is the guy running the bed truck? Is he good? So I'm like, what's that over there? It looks like C5. Oh, it's gonna be cold. I will keep the planks for myself. Doot, doot, doot. Sick D sign, bro. What is that, made out of plastic? This thing's garbage. bad at all there, I'd have to say so myself there. Holy fuck! This thing is cold. Oh, my hand. Ah, it's only aluminum, but it's billet aluminum. It's still cold as F-U-C-K. Acronym for the Time-Lapse Trucker Library. Fuck. Winter. Guess I just finished watching bro there. Like, you guys are missing half the show there. You're probably fogged up now too. Can you see that? No? Fuck. Fuck! Another one! There's no place to put cameras in this jizzoint. And I gotta pee too. One thing I don't have to do is get fuel because the last guy didn't, so fuck that. Again. They got little ramps that the skid fits right in, and it just basically slides right off into the ramps, so it's facing downwards, which it would have been nice, you know, if they could put it on there so all the fluid came to the front. Then maybe even some of them you wouldn't even have to get into, but yeah, it's the same T-bed they had before. So yeah, new owners. This place was closed down for a while during COVID there, and sign. Didn't even have to. Lennox. I know some people really love Lennox. Like, it's put together nice, and there was a handful of them at Road Train. But it's electric over hydraulic, which is nice. The speeds are all adjustable, and tension, well, power and speed, or vice versa. I've never screwed around with them because I'm like, whatever they were fine. I didn't like them because I felt like there was a lack of sense of feel for me. I really like the other, like the air over hydraulic, which has its flaws too, because obviously parking in the shop and then coming outside when it's cold, that's a pain in the ass. This is nice for winter for sure, but it still has air controls. They still run. The dogs are the band brakes still loose as fuck, doesn't work. Yeah, it looks like an old W9 pump truck or even like a cement truck. It's hard to tell. It's got a roll-off deck on it. It's almost a tandem that they put a deck on. It's got some nice donkey ears on it. Got some Nodwell looking thing over there beside it. That's what it about felt like. 122. Oh, the foamy is missing for the dash. It's probably another reason why it sounds weird. Why are you dinging at me? Brakes are on, lights are off. What's up? Just making sure I ain't leaving anything behind here. Another reason why I hate hop, skip, and jumping trucks, because I'll put a bunch of stuff in here, and then I'll forget. There. Problem solved, problem solved. Everybody's inside. Keeping warm. Nice. Got some salt. So cold out, I just wear my coveralls home now. Just ready to work. Oh no. Tell me I took my other half of my keys. That's not what I want to do right now. I didn't. I'm a fucking asshole. Yep, locked myself out. Nothing that a flathead screwdriver to wrench doesn't fix. God damn it. Because that's what I want to do when it's this cold. Look at all those keys on that key ring. Mother. About this too.
Uma ameaça foi detectada. Uma ameaça foi detectada.